What time is it?
It's peanut butter jelly time.
Reaction video time. Reaction video time. Reaction video time. Where you at? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. All right. All right. So, I uploaded this morning our reaction. Me and my husband reacted to Indian food, trying it for the first time. We have another one coming tomorrow where we try desserts. This one was the regular Indian food that I got suggestions from y'all. I got these suggestions from y'all. So we tried butter chicken, the tandoori chicken. That was like one of my favorites. And anyway, go watch the video. But in honor of that, I thought I would do this video. 15 things you didn't know about India. It was suggested to me too, but I was like, this is the perfect time. Trying the foods. Now I'm going to see 15 things I didn't even know. I didn't even know. So you already get this started? Did you subscribe? Did you follow me on my Instagrams? Geekly Amanda. Geekly Amanda. Same on Twitter. Go. And this is 15 things I didn't even know.
15 things you didn't know about India.
That's what we just said.
Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired.
All right.
Hello, Aluxers, and welcome back to another fascinating video. Today we're looking at incredible facts you didn't know about the 7th largest country in the world, India. With a population of over 1 billion people, India is one of the most influential and powerful countries in the world. Its cultural history is particularly complex and detailed, spanning 4,500 years of predominantly Hindu philosophy and theology. Thousands of years later, modern India is profoundly different, with its own colossal film industry, a diverse population, and an astonishingly big workforce. Because alux.com is dedicated to becoming the world's best resource on the most interesting countries and destinations, we couldn't wait to bring you 15 things you didn't know.
All right, I can't wait. Let's get started. Bollywood.
Number 1. Bollywood's highest-grossing film made 27 times more than Hollywood's highest-grossing film.
I don't know about the Bollywood.
For every 600 films Hollywood produces, Bollywood will make 1,000.
Oh!
They're the most profitable films, too, when you compare the numbers. Hollywood's highest-grossing film was 2009's Avatar, which made $2.8 billion at the box office. In stark contrast, the Bollywood film 3 Idiots brought in $76.81 billion. Now that's a profit.
3 Idiots? I never even seen
Number
that
2.
one.
Shampoo was invented in the 16th century, India.
Get out!
Derived from the Sanskrit champu,
Y'all
which
making my
means
hair feel
massage.
good.
The concept of shampooing was invented in India in the 16th century.
I didn't even
Herbs
know
and natural ingredients were used then, rather than today's
It's-
combination of modern
India's-
chemicals and fragrances.
I got
in
India to
particular,
thank.
gooseberry, sapindus, and fruit pulp. When colonial visitors came to India, they brought the practice of shampooing and hair washing back with them to Europe.
See? I got India to think.
Number
My
3.
hair's smelling so
Diamonds were first mined in India, and it was the world's greatest producer. India was the most productive
Diamonds
diamond
are
mining
girls' best
country in the
friend,
world
they say.
until diamonds were found in Brazil in the 18th
They
century.
say that's a girl's
There are
best
now
friend.
3 active diamond mines in India, and the famous Kohinoor diamond was found in the 13th century. The
even know about that
793
diamond.
carat
Look at
stone
that.
went from person to person and was eventually acquired by Queen Victoria during the British Raj in India.
Oh, look
Number
at that.
4.
Like they wash.
Elephants in Kerala can treat themselves to a spa day.
Oh,
Thor
I
Kata
love
Elephant
that.
Yard Rejuvenation Center provides elephants with baths, massages, and soothing pamper sessions.
Look at
The spa caters to 59 clients and is a way of giving back to the sacred animal. Elephants play an important role in Kerala's temple processions and are a significant feature of the region, so they deserve a massage every now and then.
For a reason, because I got the soul
Number
of the
5.
Indian.
The largest religious gathering in India can be seen from space. Kumbh Mela is a Hindu pilgrimage which takes people to the banks of the Ganges every 12 years. The major event involves ritualistic bathing, devotional singing, religious discussion, and feeding the poor. The attendance figures had to be
feeding the
capped
poor?
at 75 million, making it the largest pilgrimage on Earth. Number 6. Ancient Indian civilization is the oldest in the world. We often look to ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, but Indian civilization dates back to 2400 BC, when it was split into 16 monarchies, known as the Mahajanapadas. There are even authenticated human remains that date back to 30,000 years in South Asia. The oldest Hindu texts were written between 2000 and 500 BC, as well as the first texts on science, medicine, and astronomy. We actually owe the number 0 to Indian mathematics, who created the concept. Number 7. India is home to every major world religion and doesn't have a national language.
Look at that.
Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, and Sikhism all have a place in Indian society, with the most dominant being Hinduism and Islam, covering 80% and 14% of the population, respectively. Judaism has existed in India for the last 2,215 years, and some of these small religions also featured, including Jain, Zoroastrian, and Baha'i.
I don't know those.
India also doesn't have a single national language because 1,652 dialects are spoken across the different regions.
That's why some
Number
of it's
8.
like this.
A polling station
in
is set up for
Hindi
just
and
one voter in Gir Forest at every election. Every election, Marant Barandas Deshandas gets his local polling station entirely to himself because he's the only resident of Gir Forest. He's been voting in Indian elections since 2004 and never misses one now that he has his own personal polling station. Mahant is the caretaker for the one temple in the forest in Gujarat, a home he shares with the rare Asiatic lion. Number 9. The Indian government has used scaffolding to hide the Taj Mahal when airstrikes are predicted. During the Second World War and the Indian-Pakistan Wars, scaffolding was put up around the distinctive domes of the Taj Mahal to make it less obvious from above. They feared strikes by the Japanese Air Force during World War II, so hid their most famous landmark. More recent threats to the Taj Mahal include the rising levels of the Yamuna River, which has cracked the tomb underneath the structure. There have been predictions that the tombs could collapse at any time.
What?
Check out our video, 15 Most Expensive Man-Made Attractions in the World, to find out what ranks along the stunning Taj Mahal. Number 10. Indians invented navigation, yoga, the world's cheapest car, and thorium-based nuclear power. Indian society can take credit for some of the most important inventions in the world. They were the first to create the concept of navigation over 6,000 years ago, using rivers and seas. Yoga was created 5,000 years ago and has roots in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. The world's cheapest car, the Tata Nano, which costs around 100,000 rupees, the equivalent of $1,400, and India is the home of the first next-generation thorium reactor. The country is aiming to produce 30% of its electrical power with thorium by 2050.
Smart. Oh, 2015, that already passed.
Number 11.
Did that
you can
happen?
stay at the former
This
Indian
is an old
royal
video.
residence for $88,000 a night. If you want to stay at the lap of luxury, forget Paris and forget Dubai.
$88,000 a night.
India is the home of the most stunning palaces in the world. Once the home of the Maharajas, there are opulent palaces throughout the country, with some dating back hundreds of years. The Kumarakam Lake Resort hosted Prince Charles's 65th birthday, and the 450-year-old Samod Palace in Jaipur has hosted famous faces from all over the world.
I need like a prince
Number
to invite
12. King Jai Singh of Alwar snubbed Rolls-Royce in the best possible way.
What did he do?
India has a long and colorful history of quirky monarchies and extravagant kings and queens.
What does he do?
The King of Alwar in northeast India was insulted by a Rolls-Royce salesman when he visited a showroom in London.
Really?
A very proud man, he ordered a whole fleet of Rolls-Royce cars and gave them to the city's waste department so they could use them to transport rubbish throughout the city.
I like that. In your face.
Number 13.
In your face, Rolls-Royce.
1 million Indians are millionaires. India has one of the most dramatic wealth gaps in the world, with 35% of the country living below the poverty line. Those who live way above it live a very different kind of life. The richest Indian in the world is Mukesh Ambani, who has a net worth of $53 billion. The 59-year-old made his money in the oil and gas industry, and his billion-dollar home recently made headlines because he chose to build a 27-story skyscraper instead of a sprawling mansion.
Look at that. I want to
Number
that
14.
place too?
The first account of plastic surgery was found in an ancient Sanskrit text.
Oh,
One of the
really?
first medical texts was the Sushruta Samhita, which can be dated back to the 6th
What did
century
they do?
CE. It's one of the very first examples of a medical text and discusses surgery, incisions, skin grafts, and nose reconstruction. Britain's first nose job wouldn't be performed until 1814, a worrying 80 years before the Sushruta Samhita would be
You
translated.
see? I need to know all this.
Number 15. One of India's most extravagant weddings caused controversy because it was too extravagant. Lasting
Really?
5 days and
5
costing
days?
$74 million, the wedding of the daughter of a prominent businessman made headlines in 2016 for all the wrong reasons. The $2.5 million wedding sari, Bollywood royalty in attendance, and gold Bangalore palace setting was denounced as an obscene display of wealth. Millions of Indians live in poverty, so the wedding was criticized for being in poor taste.
Oh. They made it.
There are
made
many
that.
stereotypical images of India, but there's so much more to this incredible country than many of us know. The center of many industries and the world's biggest democracy,
Oh, look
India
at
has
that
influenced
face.
art, literature, science, and medicine potentially more than any other nation. If you could take a trip to this beautiful, fascinating country, where would you find yourself? In a gorgeous Maharaja's palace,
I wanna
surrounded by
visit it
palm
all.
trees and rural countryside,
all of it.
or a modern apartment in the thick
How
of
about-
busy Mumbai?
All the above. I want to see it all. All the above. Is that the end? Or are they giving us time to think? Because I want to see it all.
Oh, you're
I wanna
still
see-
here?
Well,
Here's another bizarre and incredible fact about
Uh-oh.
About 40% of the Indian population is vegetarian, making it the largest veggie population in the world. Many choose to not eat meat for spiritual and religious reasons, with beef and pork products often ruled out of their diet.
I like chicken now.
Vegetarianism is so influential that KFC, McDonald's, and Pizza Hut had to introduce vegetarian menus for their Indian franchises to cater to the population. The country with the fewest vegetarians is Portugal, where just 1.8%
Wow.
of the population have cut
Didn't know
meat
that.
from their diet.
And
Thank
it's
you
all-
for spending
look at
some
her.
time
That's
with
what I
us,
need an
Alexa.
outfit too.
Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these
So,
videos
y'all.
you might enjoy. Or
Y'all, I want to come visit even more. When am I going to get to 1 million subscribers? When I get to 1 million, I'm coming to India. I want to visit all the places. And that, because I just did my food video and they said almost, it's like 40% are vegetarians. But that makes sense because when I went to these places, there was like the veggie on the menu. Like that list was like this. But I love my chicken and I chose those chicken. I do like chicken. I can give up the beef and the pork and all that, but I like chicken. I do. It's like my favorite. But I understand why the vegetable menu was so long. Oh, and the Taj Mahal, I want to see that. And all the stuff I didn't see. I feel like in my soul, Indian at soul, it's in my soul. I must have been in another life or something. Because I love so much about, and for a reason. I stumbled upon the Bollywood and all that, but it was for a reason. It was to get back to my soul roots. I believe it. All right, y'all. Till next time.